Welcome to Investing in Real Estate 101 with the Money Vikings. In this video, we will talk about why invest in real estate. Real estate is not for everyone. Are you ready checklist. Tips to secure a mortgage for a real estate investment. The Lilly pad hopper approach and alternatives to investing in real estate investment trusts and crowdfunding platforms. First of all, why invest in real estate? Here's the bottom line up front. There is just not enough real estate and housing being built to keep up with demand. Millennials are a huge population in the prime years of working and buying homes, and there just aren't enough. Many factors limit the supply of housing, including zoning, utility connections, preserved lands, etc. Economic growth in Western countries has accrued more and more to property owners. Over the past 40 years, housing prices have increased dramatically. First, think about your broader investment portfolio and how real estate might fit into a diversification program. Do you have exposure to the lucrative real estate asset class? We will explore many cost-effective ways to gain such exposure and profit from real estate, even if you do not have a huge amount of capital like Warren Buffett, who, by the way, said his best investment was his personal residence. Think about that for a second. If you have a properly diversified portfolio of equities and bonds, how about some real estate as another asset class and as a way to diversify? It's also traditionally a great asset class in inflationary environments that we find ourselves in today. Real estate is a time-tested way to build wealth, adored for the ages by the Viking kings and queens. Real estate can also be reimagined, improved, and reconfigured to suit different requirements and needs. There are many ways to benefit from real estate as an investor. Let us walk through some of the fundamentals. Real estate is not for everyone. Are you ready checklist. Real estate investing is not for everyone, and this is okay because there are plenty of other investment longboats in the world, and there are ways to invest in real estate that have nothing to do with managing a property, contractors, or slinging a hammer. We each tend to find our specific interests and investment paths over time. This is what I would ask myself before diving into hands-on real estate investing. Does it match your preferred investment vehicles? Is real estate something you are curious or interested in? Do you have the temperament? In other words, are you organized, somewhat handy and knowledgeable? Can you work with people and contractors? Can you solve problems? Can you manage money, time, and projects effectively? I'm not saying any of us are perfect at these things and you don't have to be either, but I would say that they certainly help. Are you financially fit? Like all investing, we do not start with more complex investing in terms of our overall personal finance picture. Is your debt under control? Do you have emergency savings? Are you in a position of general knowledge about finance, investing, and banking? Do you have good income, steady employment, and insurance coverage? If you could answer yes to some of these questions, then you may want to seek a mortgage for a rental property and start shopping. If you answered no, keep watching because there are many other hands-off ways to profit from real estate. Tips to secure a mortgage for a real estate investment. Despite the potential financial upside, working as a landlord has many challenges. Most people will need to use the bank's money to finance at least some or a portion of the cost of the property. Financing a rental property will probably require managing a second mortgage payment on top of your primary mortgage. Lenders know that rental properties are a greater risk compared to primary residences. People will do a lot to keep a roof over their own head, but they can try to walk away from a rental property if it becomes too large of a headache for them. This means you'll be required to meet certain standards before being approved for a mortgage. It can be hard enough to get a mortgage for your primary residence. Here's a sample of some of what it will take to get a mortgage for a rental property in most cases. Credit score. In general, lenders require a minimum score of 620 when financing a rental property. However, in order to secure the best interest rates and terms, you should have a credit score of 740 or higher. Down payment. With a conventional mortgage for a primary residence, it's sometimes possible to put down as little as 3%, depending on the specific lender and loan program. For VA loans, it can be as little as 0%. If your down payment is less than 20%, however, for a rental property, you'll be required to pay private mortgage insurance or be denied completely. This is also true for your primary residence. This protects the lender from some financial loss if you default on the loan. But typically for rental properties, higher down payments are required. Another major factor that lenders consider is your debt-to-income ratio, DTI. This measures the percentage of your monthly gross income that goes towards paying off debt such as car loans or student loans. To qualify for a mortgage for a rental property, your DTI should ideally fall between 36 and 45%. In many cases, borrowers can count 75% of their potential monthly rental income. Savings and assets. In addition to showing that you have sufficient income compared with your debt obligations, you'll also need to show that you have plenty of money in the bank and other investments to cover financial hardships and hiccups. It's a good idea to have 3 to 6 months of reserves saved in a liquid bank account, including the full mortgage payment with principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. All of this is going to give the lender confidence that you can borrow their money and successfully manage this rental property and profit from it. There's a term, the lily pad hopper approach for real estate investing. This is where you buy a home, live in it for a few years, perhaps fix it up, then buy another home to live in and rent out the last one. So you basically lily pad hop. I'm a big fan of real estate investing over the years in this manner, by buying, moving in for a while, fixing up, then buying another home to move into and renting out the last one. If a person did this every 5-6 years, at the end of a 30-year career, they could have 4 to 5 rental properties under their belt paying passive income. That would make for some pretty awesome wealth building and cash flow, like a second pension or investment account. But keep in mind that this will take years of work and management. This is not a get-rich-quick concept. It is part of building wealth one brick at a time. Alternatives to owner-investor real estate investing. There are several ways to invest in real estate that have nothing to do with slinging a hammer or doing reference checks on prospective tenants. And the great news is that these can be just as lucrative with far less work and perhaps far less risk. The first are real estate investment trusts, or commonly called REITs. These are companies that trade publicly like any stock. They own, operate, and rent out real estate to other businesses or customers. Many have certain areas they specialize in, such as medical facilities, senior housing, retail centers and shopping malls, distribution centers, cell towers, etc. It goes on and on. Therefore, they create an awesome way to instantly diversify your real estate holdings. It would be almost impossible for an individual real estate investor to diversify as much as you can with REITs. REITs are famous for their income and dividends they pay to shareholders. In fact, in order for them to enjoy certain tax advantages, they're required to pay out 90% of their income to shareholders. What an awesome way to get instant passive income. I have enjoyed the dividends from real estate investment trusts for many years now. Realty Income is an example as a well-known dividend aristocrat, ticker O, which actually pays a monthly dividend, which kind of makes it feel more like a true real estate arrangement and like you're the landlord. REITs, we love them. We are always seeking out high-quality real estate investment trusts. I think it's one of the best ways to invest in real estate and add diversity, flexibility, resilience, and income to a portfolio of assets. REITs offer a higher yield on average compared to the S&P 500 stocks. At the Money Vikings, we analyze and study hundreds of REITs to discover the best in class. If you take into account dividends, over the long run, REITs have outperformed the S&P by a factor of 4 times. A final way to gain real estate exposure is to invest in crowdfunding platforms like Fundrise. These companies pool your money with other investors and invest in real development projects that they share with you over their platforms. They typically can return exceptional returns. But read the fine print. Many have strict rules about when your funds can be withdrawn and other limitations. The bottom line is that I believe a well-balanced portfolio could use some exposure to real estate. More videos to come where we'll deep dive into the tax advantages of real estate investing and more. Also stay tuned for other investment videos from the Money Vikings. If you like this video, please press the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive more content such as this.